Protesters on the front lines pushing for historic changes to policing in the wake of George Floyd's death.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Chief Judith Harrison is making history of her own. She's one of only 4 black women promoted to the level of chief in the NYPD and the first woman commanding officer of Patrol Borough Brooklyn North.
This is a monumental assignment, that it's historic. I know it's going to be a lot of work. I want to get my hands dirty and do this work and make sure that we just keep people safe.
Brooklyn North, made up of 10 precincts, is one of the toughest and most violent sections of the city. Before Chief Harrison took over, Chief Jeffrey Madry spent years coming up with creative ways to build a relationship with the community, from hosting an annual sleigh ride to handing out thousands of gifts and turning Brooklyn North into a haunted house.
They're very big shoes to fill. One, I'm going to tell you that I'm up to the challenge, but I've been watching Brooklyn North for many years, and I've been thoroughly impressed with their community outreach efforts, and I've been watching those community outreach efforts, and I plan to replicate those as well as come up with innovative efforts of my own.
And as a woman, that will include a different approach.
We're empathetic. We are compassionate, we're nurturing, and I plan to bring all of those things here to Brooklyn North. Good morning, how are you?
A personal touch that's needed now more than ever to help heal a community that's in pain, a community with a lack of trust for the NYPD.
This country was built on protests. If you think about the American Revolution, if you think about the March on Washington and other things, our country was built on protests. So what I want to say to everyone is, we hear you. These are challenging times, and what we need to make sure we have here is trust. Okay, the community needs to trust their police officers, but the police officers need to trust the community as well. Hi, how are you doing?
Her predecessors are all men, until now. In 2020, for us to get a woman in the role, what is your response to that?
Well, it's taken this long, but the most important thing is to make sure that I'm not the only woman on the wall. I'm here as a mentor. I am here walking through this door, and I will be holding this door open for future women to come behind me.
Born and raised in Queens, Chief Harrison answered the call to protect and serve in 1997. Her mother, Gloria, was already a civilian employee for the department. She worked her way through the ranks as a young patrol officer to taking over the Special Victims Bureau to commander of Brooklyn North. This mother of 2 always wanted to be a voice of change.
Very important to connect with the community. Very important just to hear the community.